30 days ago, I wrapped my 2006 BMW M5 in black green iridescent KPMF wrap, and today I'm going to give you guys a 1 month in review of the state of the wrap so that if you're looking to get your car wrapped, you can kind of see what it's like a month into owning the car, what to expect in terms of what kind of state your wrap, your car, the look is gonna be in. My name's Chris, and if you like all things cars, car vlogs, watching car builds, going to car meets, all that stuff, make sure you leave a sub and follow this channel because that's what this whole thing is about. Let's not waste any more time and just have a look at the car. If you didn't see the old video, I got the body of the car wrapped fully in black green iridescent. You can see it when it hits the sun there. Crazy color. First M5 I think that's been done in this year in this model with this color. Absolutely crazy. Then we've got black roof and black mirrors. Give it a bit more of a sporty look. They did a really good job with it. After the wrap was installed, we also had a black ducktail spoiler, black rear diffuser to bring the whole look of the car together. We also had Hammond front lip installed. Now the car used to be silver and I think it looked good, but not super aggressive, not custom, not nice the way it does now. Even the little accents like our RPI intake scoops here just pop so much more. Now the real question is, 30 days in, what is the quality of the wrap? Are there folds? Are things peeling? Is it already sun fading? That's what I'm gonna answer right now. I also made sure not to wash the car, as you guys can see, because I wanted to give you kind of a full, honest review of this car's been sitting outside for 30 days. I don't, unfortunately, get a spot in that garage. In terms of color, overall look of the car, I'm standing a few feet away from it. Pretty much from every angle, you're not gonna be able to tell that anything's wrong. They've done a great job. Most of these wraps have, you know, a 2-year lifespan until you really got to start touching things up. You can see from every angle, in the shade, in the sun. This thing still looks incredible. Now, full transparency too, I paid 3,000 Canadian dollars for this wrap. At the end of this video, I'm also going to tell you, is that $3,000 worth this versus going with a paint job that's going to cost you like $5,000 to $8,000, for example. Now, I'm going to start with the worst first, and this is something I noticed only after I took the car in. Right here, as I'm sure you can see now that I'm moving all the dust. This is something that did really bother me, unfortunately. They didn't mention it and I didn't see it until I got home, is this entire piece was wrapped. And if you follow these lines, you can see this piece goes all the way back here, comes all the way up here, and ends right there. So realistically, to redo that, they're gonna have to rewrap that piece. But 30 days in, about 20 days in is when I noticed it. It looks like there was like a rip or something here with the wrap. And instead of rewrapping the piece, maybe it was a time thing, I don't know. They just simply patched it by carving out a piece and sticking it on. Now that there's been time for dust and stuff to settle on it, you can see how obvious that looks. Not happy about that. I don't know about every wrap shop, but this wrap shop is giving me a free inspection at the end of this 30-day period. We're taking it in Monday, and they're basically gonna touch up anything that needs to be touched up. I'll do a follow-up on this to let you guys know, but that is for sure the biggest thing they didn't mention to me, not happy about, but if it's fixed, no problem. Other things I've noticed, and this just kind of comes with wear and tear of the car, is, for example, inside of the door handle. Again, should be a pretty quick fix too, not too concerned about that. But something else you guys should be aware of if you're gonna wrap your car as well is when you're attaching mods with double-sided tape, 3M tape, like I did with the trunk spoiler here, the wrap doesn't seem to hold the 3M tape as well as paint does, for example. If you can see here, it's been about 30 days, and this is already starting to lift a bit. So that's gonna have to get redone for sure. Again, on the other side here too, I can almost fit an entire finger in there. Not super happy about that. This is all very minimal stuff. Like I said, you step 5 feet away, you're not gonna see it. But still, obviously, if you're a car guy, you're gonna notice this stuff. For the good, again, I didn't wash this car before this video, but after washing it, it still looks brand new. Basically looks like a paint job. If I show you how well, let's get a good angle of the green here for you. The sun hits the green. The camera does not do it justice, but the color pops so much. They did an incredible job. I'm really happy I went with this color. I've been told it looks like a paint job. It's got the glossy feel to it, and it doesn't look like that matte, wrapped kind of look. Now again, something else to look out for if you're gonna wrap your car is they're obviously gonna take apart your car when they put everything on. So for me, that meant taking off all like the doors, the door handles, the mirrors had to get taken off. And then the big one was the headlights. And something I noticed is when taking off the headlights, they reinstalled them incorrectly. So the adaptive headlight is not working right now simply because it wasn't plugged in. So that's gonna have to get fixed too when I take it in for the inspection on Monday. So that's another thing to look out for, is if you guys are gonna wrap your cars, make sure the wrap shop installs everything back correctly for you. It may not be perfect, so if it's not, make sure you take it back and push them to do it. They're the ones that you're paying. They should install things correctly, you know? Obviously mistakes happen, be understanding, but at the end of the day, you're paying for the service, you want it done right. So I would defend pushing to get that stuff fixed correctly for sure. I still think this looks super funny when you open the door. You've got the wrap on the outside, but you can still see the paint on the inside. And this is a good way to check how meticulous they were with the detail, is go down where the seam is and see how consistent it is. Pretty much this seam is almost totally perfect. The only real dip is right here. It's kind of inconsistent, it thins out a bit. Otherwise, this thing is pretty much done flawlessly. Now guys, we got a serious dilemma. This car is pretty much done. I can space out the wheels to get a bit more fitment, but on the outside and performance-wise, it's a V10. We've done everything that needs to be done, maybe a few engine mods. I think it's time to start looking for the next project car. Do we go JDM? Do we stay German? Maybe go Porsche? What do we do? Let me know in the comments below what kind of car you want to see, because I know I haven't posted in like 12 days, and the reason is I don't know what to do with this car right now. I'm lost. So there's gotta be a new project. There's gotta be something. So let me know what you guys want. So given that this car is pretty much done, I can give you guys a quick recap of everything that's been done to the car. We're already out here, so we might as well. Again, exterior wise, we've got the Hamann front lip. Obviously it is wrapped in black green iridescent. We've got the Apex EC7 wheels installed on the car. I think these look so good, especially with the wrap. I could have gone bronze, could have gone black, but I think silver pops the most with the dark color. Car's also lowered on H&R Sport Springs, and I've heard you guys, obviously this is not gonna fly. We gotta fix the fitment on the front here. I think I gotta stick some spacers on or something. The back, we got 15 millimeters right there, as you can see. Gonna stick to 20s on the front. I think we've got so much room there, so that's fine. We've got trunk spoiler painted black to match the roof and the mirrors. We've got the black Hartke rear diffuser to go with the front lip on the bumper of the car. One of my favorite mods in the car is the axle back exhaust with titanium blue tips. This thing sounds crazy, especially on the drive-bys. I've got a few videos of the exhaust sounds. I'll put that up here for you. Then when we go to the inside, another really fun mod that we installed on the car is the Sprint Booster V3, which basically removes the throttle lag from the car itself. A lot of people have asked me, is that just a placebo effect? Does it really make a difference? I tested it out on the channel. To me, it does. There's a bunch of different settings. There's sport mode and then race mode, which is just different sensitivities, makes the car more reactive to when you touch the gas pedal. But to me, very cool mod. Also only like $300, so definitely worth it if you want to do something cool that's going to change the performance of your car. Sprint Booster V3. Then we come back to the front of the car and we've got the RPI intake scoops. Not only do they look good because they're red and I think they pop with the wrap, at highway speeds they give you 2 to 4 extra horsepower. Nothing crazy, but a nice little addition to the car. Some of the smaller cosmetic stuff we've done is we removed the chrome grills from the side to make them black. We also did the same thing to the very front of the car to give them the black grills there. Again, just makes the car more aggressive. I think looks much better. Also, this is a stupid little mod, but I just recently actually rebadged the car with a new M5 badge, because every video you guys were mentioning that the M colors here were super faded because this car actually came from California before. Now, as I said, I think next up is some performance mods. That's a good next step. Some bolt-on stuff for the engine I think is going to be really, really cool. LCI headlight and taillights could be on the list next. I'm thinking that as well. And then we'll go from there. Like I said, maybe time for a new project. Definitively, is it worth getting a wrap versus a paint job? 30 days in, I'd still say so. Yeah, 100%. I'll do a review maybe a year in. I think this car's gonna take some damage for sure, especially being outside in the Toronto weather. We have cold winters, we have hot summers, lots of different climates going on with this wrap. Gonna be interesting to see what happens with it then. Again, if you're gonna go to a wrap shop, look for one that's giving you guys good quality for a reasonable price. A free check-in or a free checkup after getting the wrap done, I think is needed for sure, because they miss things. There's that patch I showed you guys. I gotta get the headlights fixed, things like that, because they were installed improperly. I'm very happy with this wrap. As long as the inspection goes well next week, I think there's nothing to complain about. Mistakes happen, the imperfections happen, that's fine, as long as people are accountable for it. Right now, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Yes, go for a wrap. So that should pretty much tell you what to expect 30 days into getting your car wrapped. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a sub if you want to see more car content, vlogs, more car builds. Obviously, this one's wrapping up, so a new project on the way, but the M5 E60 is not going anywhere. We're always going to be putting stuff onto this. This is the first car on the channel, so it's obviously a special one. I'm not going to sell it because it's only increasing in value as these get harder to find. With that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. My name's Chris. See ya.